Hey. So I got caught out there with some of my lighting all out of place. So you caught me. I'm caught. Oh well. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Carmel Jean-Francois coming to you out of the New York City area, owner and founder of C-Fit Coaching. Now, I decided to go live because there's a couple of things that's going on in my mind. Most of oh, most of you know that I just got back from a few days in Vegas, and we were celebrating our books. We got together. I have a community, the Boss Up Women, and we have a series of books that are out there. And we were over the weekend. We were launching. We were promoting, marketing. We were speaking we attended trainings. It was a whole 3-day thing, right? And we hardly got a chance to do anything else but really immerse ourselves into this information and the people that we were meeting. And in the midst of it, or before, during, and after, we were being fed. There was food every time we turned around. There was food, much like when I did another event, like oftentimes events and these conferences and summits, they are really they have so much food available, and the foods are not often the best options for us. So they had really good options at this particular um um hotel. Excuse me, lost my train of thought. They had amazing like vegan and vegetarian choices. They had lots of greens, and their greens actually looked amazing and tasted amazing. They had nice assortment of things. They had fresh food. They had, the usual chicken option, the poultry option. They had the usual seafood option, and of course, red meat options. And everything I heard, everything was delicious, and we could not stop talking about the food. Even me, being that as a vegan or plant-based person, sometimes my only option is the salad. This particular hotel, and the way that the person who ran this, Tam Luck, the way she had it done, she was really catering to a lot of us who were in attendance that were vegan and vegetarian. And so there were many options. And then dessert. Yes, they were vegan and vegetarian options. There was fresh fruit, there were fresh fruits, all kinds of goodness. They really were. However, there were also the tempting pieces of cake, and some of them were this big, the tarts and things like that. And it made you say, oh, let me just try that one. Whew. Let me tell you, it was definitely a true testament to my will, my ability to say, no, Carmel, that's it. And I got to tell you that it wasn't always the case. So even if I filled myself up with the fruits and vegetables, even if I filled myself up with the salads, I found myself just picking at some of the other things that I was curious. Now remember, it was my choice and option to go vegan. If you have not heard my story, I'll tell it another time. That's not the purpose of this live right now, but it was not due to a prognosis or a diagnosis. Not necessarily, again, that's a different story for a different time. But it wasn't because I was ill. It wasn't because the doctor told me to do so. It was really by my own volition, choice. It was really by my own choice that I decided, hey, let me go plant based. And because of that, when I feel tempted, I often just say, you know what? I'm just going to taste it because I'm not in any danger health wise. And so I did practice that free will this weekend. Um, I did, y'all. I did. I tasted things here and there, and indulged here and there, had myself a good time, and without regret. And I don't even feel like I have to give myself grace because I don't feel a bad way about it. I don't feel a great way about it. I just did it. I did it. It's done. But coming home and really feeling, I felt it. Never mind the fact that I did not feel guilty about straying from what I said that I would or would not do. I felt the difference. I felt the bloatiness. I felt the gassiness. I felt in my body that I was not treating it optimally. And I don't know if it's in here or if it was actually a physical reaction. I'm guessing both. I'm guessing both. So I came home and I made the decision. I said, okay, Carmel, you're going to have to increase the water intake, clear things out. Upon arrival to my home, I had a nice shake or a smoothie full of fiber to start cleaning things out because again I did indulge. I indulged, as did many people there. So I did that, and I just was watching what I was eating. I did not restrict myself of anything. I didn't punish myself. I didn't go on punishment. I didn't do extra heavy workouts or anything. I just said, come on, let's just start cleaning stuff up. And so I took a detour from my journey of being um, fit and healthy and making sure that I was feeding my body with fruits and vegetables. Last week I was raw. I did it for a few days and I'm going to go back to it. So all of those things, right? And what I found is that I felt this yearning to go back to my healthier eating. It sat so much better in my belly, and I didn't realize how much I was taking for granted recently, how good I'm actually feeling. Because when I started to eat these things, I'm in my mind and I'm like, I'm not doing the best for my body right now. How is my body going to react that I'm feeding it so much sugar right now with these little cakes, even the ones that were marked vegan? There's still a lot of processed stuff in there, even the ones that were based that like I said, mentioned plant-based. So anyway, sometimes we take a detour from our journey. We do, and it's going to happen because there's this thing called life. There's this thing called life that happens. And whether it's for a special occasion, festivities, birthdays, happy times, barbecues, parties, weddings, or whether they're in sadder times, you're feeling a little low. And the only thing right now that might help pick you up, even though it's temporary, is a piece of chocolate cake. So that's what it is. That's just what it is. But as long as we kind of like really go back to self and say, hey, what's my goal? What's my reason? What's the outcome? What do I want my destination to be? Because I'm still on this journey. And sometimes we do take an exit temporarily and say, hey, what's over there? I wonder what that's about. And we travel over there, see what it's about. And we might like it there and stay there for a little bit. And then say, okay, now it's time to hit the road and get back on track to the journey towards our destination, towards our goal. And sometimes in doing that, we need that community that I was talking about the other day. If you didn't see my live yesterday, catch my live yesterday. Oftentimes we need our community, our support system. Those who said, remember you said that you wanted to do this? Get it done. Sometimes we need that detour, right? Sometimes we kind of like get a little lost and don't even realize that we've been lost. And until we see the road again and say, that's where I'm supposed to be. And we head in that direction. So I just wanted to take a few minutes out of my day and impart on your day those ideas, not to beat yourself up, not to punish yourself, and not even feel the need to forgive yourself when you do stray off that path. When you do intentionally take that detour, when you get lost and find yourself someplace that you're not supposed to be, and you have to reroute yourself. That's just this thing called life. That's all that is. But knowing that your support system and your community, your cheerleaders are the in the distance anywhere or even in arm's reach for us to grab hold and say, hey, listen, I need you to help me out of these backwoods and back onto the main street or the main road. Know who your people are and who's around you. Know that you can call to me, text, however way you can get in touch with me or your friends or your partners, the people around you that you strategically put in place to help you out of those times. And you make sure that you take advantage of that. So basically, that is my tip of the day. That is what I wanted to jump on here and talk to you about. I'm going to see if I can go live Every day. I said it. The reason why I hesitated, sometimes when you say things out loud and you say this things to certain people, that kind of holds you accountable. I know all about it. And that's why I think that a community is so important. You say what you want to accomplish and the community will hold you to that and keep you accountable. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. I said it. I said it out loud with another thought, another thing that and something else, another anything else that we can just kind of like take, put in our back pocket, in our tool belt, so that when we need it, we can pull it out because you and I, we discussed it together. So, with that said, I want to say thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is your girl, Carmel, CFIT Coaching. Glad to see you here. And I want to see you back tomorrow. So, ciao, ciao.